Hey guys, what is up? This is Justice, and today I'm going to do a short life story about the time I was almost terminated on Roblox back in 2009. It's a very interesting story. I do real quick want to mention if I sound different or look sick, it's because I am. I have been for like 3 weeks, but I'm really wanting to put out a video, and I figured this would be easy enough. Anyway, so in the background is a 33-0 Arsenal match, a flawless game. I almost lost like pretty early on, but for some reason the other guy wasn't able to get a knife kill. Without further ado, let's jump in. To start, we're going to travel back in time to 2009, in particular the end of April, and beginning of May. So back then, there was very few ways you could make money on Roblox. One of them, the main way, was by place visits and selling T-shirts and shirts and pants. There was the VIP shirts back then. People made for their games. Game passes didn't exist. There wasn't a lot back then. Gear had just barely started coming out. And so when Roblox came out with this program called the Ambassador Program, everyone was super excited. Ambassador Program essentially states that if you put a link to Roblox's website on another website, every day that link was up, you got 2 tickets, and they had a cap at 100 tickets a day. But I didn't know that back then. A lot of people didn't. I remember tweaking with it and not getting anywhere. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So, a lot of people were trying to make as much money as they could because 10 tickets a day just wasn't cutting it back then. And looking back, we were pretty spoiled, even with 10 tickets a day. So, fast forward a couple of weeks. I think I heard about it from either a friend or a forum post because I was posting on the forums at the time. But someone mentioned how you could make a lot of tickets by posting a bunch of these random links on the ambassador program. To be completely honest, at the time, I didn't really understand what the ambassador program even was. So part of me, I didn't even think it was bad what I was doing. I wasn't even told it was against the rules. It did feel like it was too good to be true. Obviously, I did it because why not? A bunch of free tickets. At this point, my games were getting tens of thousands of visits, so I already was getting enough tickets. But the more, the merrier, right? Greed, ladies and gentlemen. And so I did it for a few days, and I remember going to the forums and letting people know about it. And the next thing I knew, my account got banned, and it was banned for 2 weeks. Now, 2 weeks is such a big deal back then that the moderation message actually said your account is deleted, and they don't hand out 2 week bans anymore. They only do up to 1 week, and then after 1 week, it's an account deletion. So, I mean, I was on the edge of being deleted. This is after I just barely won the tree helm. My game was on the front page consistently. I bought the classic fedora, the Void Star, all these really expensive items that I wanted. I was doing really good for myself, and my account was very close to being deleted. It's also important to mention that back then you didn't really get banned for a whole lot. So getting banned for exploiting a glitch on the website to make you currency, which is hurting Roblox's bottom line, that was a big fat no-no. I'm real lucky I didn't get terminated back then, but of course I went on to get terminated in 2020. Anyway, at that point I had only been banned for 1 day before. That was for swearing a bunch and then getting a bunch of warnings about it, but continuing to do it. And so I remember looking at the forums, and I was on my alternate account, Just to Rock 79, which is my new main account, and I posted about it, and a lot of people were responding saying, "You're lucky you didn't get deleted, dude. People are getting deleted left and right for this." So I guess Roblox maybe valued my account a little bit more because I was making them money in a roundabout way with my games. Either way, my account was very close to getting terminated. It was some dark days indeed, but yeah, the ambassador program, they fixed it so you couldn't spam links anymore, and then it became very obsolete, very obsolete. But I still had the badge, which is always a fun thing. But anyway, that's the really short story, guys, of how I was almost terminated in 2009. And just real quick, if you got terminated back then, you were screwed. There's no appeals back then. The vast majority of people never got their accounts back after getting terminated, even if it was a wrongful termination. So I was real lucky, man. Real lucky. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little life story. Let me know what you think in the comments if you would like to. Yeah, I just wanted to put something out. I have been working on a lot of videos, really in-depth ones, but like I said, I've been like crippling this last 3 weeks from being sick, not from COVID or anything, but yeah, I'm getting better slowly, so hopefully more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.